All right, I'm at a nondescript location, and I had a thought. First, hello Donnell, hello road. And while I was trying to keep awake while I do my 92% job, yes, my shirt says literacy is a human right. I have seen, right, the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. I saw it. It was needed and necessary. And I was scrolling, getting some other things done, get my mind together because I have writing to do, right? And as always, Donnell provokes me to deeper thought, which is why I greatly respect his platform. And he also reminds me to pick my pen up more often than I cut on this camera, but that's a whole other thing. And I really wanted to pull at my own comment. We know that, we kiki, we giggle about it as far as, Drake being a colonizer and how even now it looks very suspect for people who, quote unquote, say they're Drake fans, because now what does it mean to be a Drake fan, right? As we have seen Kendrick decimate this man's career, his identity, his talent, his lyricism, everything about him. And the thing that I couldn't unsee was this parallel between Drake and what he means, quote unquote, to hip hop, whatever that means. Now, hold on, wait a minute. And Frankenstein. Now, I know that the doctor's name is Frankenstein. I know that the creature's name is Adam. I also know that because Dr. Victor Frankenstein, again, this now 200-year-old novel was created by an 18-year-old girl. We cannot erase the impact of Mary Shelley. We can't erase Mary Shelley because she gave the blueprint. Well, Anne Radcliffe, then Mary Shelley, and those who have come after her. But the one thing that I began to really kind of dig at, right, is that Drake is an amalgamation. Just as Dr. Frankenstein put pieces of this creation together, he found pieces and sewed and stitched them together to make something that was not there, believing that he could. And then once the creation now was out of control, it now became a monster. Watch, I'm going somewhere, y'all. I'm going somewhere. And for that cause, we can see that mirrored with Drake. And I know y'all may be like, well, Auntie, Jay, what you mean? Now remember, him and Nicki Minaj, thanks to Lil Wayne, I'm going somewhere. I know y'all, some of y'all was like, well, Wayne should have really headlined the Super Bowl. No, he shouldn't have. A black man who said that racism doesn't exist because he's rich, no, y'all could miss me with the impossible level of cap of that. Miss me with that. So we know, thanks to Lil Wayne, who quote unquote discovered Nicki Minaj, quote unquote discovered Drake, they got introduced into hip hop. Now we see Drake go from this quote unquote very affluent biracial young man, having his career in the arts and whatever else, and Drake, watch this, and Drake being discovered by Lil Wayne, who was reputable at that point before he became whatever he is now, giving his okay for him to now enter into this arena, this subset of culture, if you will, having no idea what that is, and putting pieces together so that he could be something. And then as we see Drake change, right, from this, lover boy, whatever it is, to quote unquote this gangster, which he's not, trustably, which he's not. And to have Kendrick see that and surgically take it apart, because I need y'all to understand, This is why analysis and reading and history is so important. This is why it's important. Because if you, just like I pulled this assessment, I'm able to make these assessments and make these analyses because I read, right? So you have Drake turn or be created, right, into this entity that is not completely hip hop, that is not quote unquote completely black. And I'm not saying that as far as biracial children or anything like that. We know that identity is complex, and y'all know I'm raising biracial children. And the girls have encountered people who have said, "Oh, is your mama black? Yeah. Oh, you black, right?" That's a whole other thing, because you learn your culture from your mother. So the fact that in making this analysis, the first thing I thought was Frankenstein. That once the monster, once it was a creation first, right? And then near the end, spoiler, at the end of the novel, Dr. Frankenstein is running from his monster. Where Wayne at? Where Wayne at? Because this dude has torn him apart. Bar for bar for bar for bar for bar. Has decimated him, has made him question his blackness, has put culture back in his face and said, "Bro, you don't even go here. That you can pick this up and put this down whenever you want to. I can't do that." And on some end, Kendrick is forcing us, and Donnell, feel free, because I think I've stepped in it again. Kendrick is forcing us as hip hop fans to reckon with that. As the old folks say, how you get in here? Who let you in? But because he looked, watch this, now again, in the story, because Adam, the creation, the monster, he's not given guidance because now Victor is appalled at what he did. So he runs off and he's in this hut with this family, and they find, and he's learning compassion and things from them, because again Dr. Frankenstein was revolted. He put him out, and it was the whole thing. And once they found out who the monster was, they shunned him. Now I know y'all may be like, "Well, Auntie, this feel like a lot." This is how it ties together. Understand. To me, with my hip-hop journalist hat, with my writer hat, with my culture hat on, with my social analysis hat, all of them on, right? Kendrick is forcing us again to reckon with culture, to not just embrace what it means to be black. Because we understand that what Jalen did tonight was akin to what Jesse Owens did in 1936. Kendrick is forcing us to reckon with how this dude get in here. How y'all let him in here? How did y'all not see that he's not real? He's not real. Somebody put him together. In Euphoria, matter of fact, because it's late, hold on. In Not Like Us, he details exactly how Drake developed into whatever this is now. There's nothing about Drake that's a thug. Nothing. But he put on the aesthetic of one. This is why I tell people all the time, like, "Jay, are you hood?" No, I'm hood adjacent. I know where I grew up. I know my people. I know my culture. I'm aware of that, which is why I get real stank when people ask me, "Well, are you a black writer or a writer who happens to be black?" That gives me a little bit that you done been around the colonized, and I can't fuck with you. But this is what I think that is the rock bottom, if you will, of Donnell's analysis. That everything he said in his video is completely correct, absolutely correct. And from the writer vantage point, it's also giving this, that he was never real. And somebody let him in. And the person who let him in can't be found to check him, but he running from him. Now, again, in the story, the monster finds Frankenstein, and they perish together. Child, this is, I need a pen for this.